What is going on, everyone? It is a gloomy Monday morning here, but at least it's sort of keeping the heat away. And you know what time it is. We've got yet another Tarkir booster. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what we get out of it. All right, let's see if we get some gas out of this. So, how was everyone's weekend? Did you guys do anything fun or interesting? I was working a whole lot with vendors at this little aquatic convention here in downtown, and it was pretty cool. All right, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so first of all, we've got a Riling Dawnbreaker. It was a pretty cool convention. They had tons and tons of fish, a bunch of different like aquarium stuff. They also had tortoises. Is that I'm not even sure if that's the plural of it, but there was one that was like around 30 years old or something like that, and that was pretty cool to see. Also, I was back on my One Piece grind yesterday while I was meal prepping. I am what am I like 40 episodes in now, making slow but definite progress. I'm still on the Arlong Shark People arc at the point where Luffy is knocked out. His body's stuck in the water. Well, part of his body, but they strung his neck out so that his head is sticking out of the water so that he can breathe. But his feet are still stuck to that giant stone. And then Zoro and Sanji tried fighting Arlong, but they're getting their ass kicked. Now Nami's on her way back to join the fight. So that's what's been going on in my One Piece journeys lately. Also, I'm not a big comic reader, or I'm not like super informed with the comic world, but I have seen a few stills of Absolute Batman, and it looks pretty sick. So I got kind of curious, and I went on YouTube to see if there was like any channel that does recaps. And there's like a whole community around that. Where one of the channels that I found, I think it's like Comic Historian or something like that. They pretty much summarize the entire series, and they go like book by book. So I've been slowly consuming the Absolute Batman ones, and I just started the Absolute Superman ones, and it's super cool to see the universes that they're in. Like the Batman one, in his backstory, only his father was killed by the gunman. Then in the Superman backstory, I haven't gotten through all of it yet, but he came to Earth at a later age. Both of his parents were there for a pretty long time. Of course, their planet was dying, and ooh, we got a Rediscover the Way. That art is beautiful. That is by Clint Lockwood once again. Good old Clint Lockwood. And they built a whole spaceship that was going to try to help a couple of other Kryptonians escape the planet. And of course, the planet starts blowing up, and they all escape. Kal-El gets separated, and he ends up on Earth. I think he was probably in like his teens, but it's been really interesting so far. I'm enjoying it. I know I probably gave like a really terrible recap about it, but if you're looking to get into the world of comics, you should just type in the name of the one that you're interested in. But the Comic Historian, I've really been enjoying it. They do a really good job. They show like stills from the comments, and they do like little voices. So yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good day, and hope you guys have a great week ahead. And I'll see y'all next time.